Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a go-to clubbing night out and how I will keep my makeup on like literally all night from like 6, 7 when I leave to like midnight. It's a good 6 hours. That's a long time to be wearing makeup, especially when drinking. So I thought, why not? I love going out and I love my makeup when I go out. It's always so simple but beautiful, and I feel like it emphasizes my face and my eyes so much. So I'm gonna start my makeup and let's get into it. To get started, I am going to do my eyebrows. I have a new eyebrow pencil. It's from Maybelline. Now, when I bought it, I thought it would be like a wind-up pencil, but it's not. It's literally just like a little kohl kind of pencil. And I don't know how I feel about it, and I don't know if it winds up or not, because it cost me $11. And it better wind up. But I guess for now we'll find out. This part's going to take me a while because it's a new brow pencil and I only got it like last weekend and I haven't really done makeup in between. So I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I guess that will do for eyebrows for now. I actually really don't like that pencil, so I'm going to buy a new one today. I should probably just buy another Benefit one, but I keep forgetting to. Alright, now I'm going to carve out my brows just with the Tarte Shape Tape. Such a good concealer. I have these 2 pimples here on my chin and they're really doing me dirty. I'm not very happy with them. I don't put that much concealer on my eyes because my eyelids are pretty blank as it is. I don't need that much. I just kind of like it for under my brows. That's pretty much why I do it. Alright, so now when that is done, now my favorite palette of like all time is 100% the Soft Glam palette. I lost one, which was very upsetting. Not that I ever use that color, but it's just very upsetting. Now it's incomplete. Now I feel like I need to go buy a new one. But anyway, this is just the best, amazing, most versatile palette when sticking to neutrals that you can use. So I will use this palette day and night, like going out, simple look, everything. I will use this palette. It's so beaten up. I do need a new one. Just to set the lids, I'm going to go with my LAUREA MERCIER. I really haven't been doing a lot of makeup shopping lately because I love everything I have. It's just things I'm running out of everything I have. So I need to go get more. Basically, that's just really expensive. That's my problem. But maybe I'll do a big shop. Oh, that'd be fun. I'll do like a Jaclyn Hill. I'll bring you all along. So first things first, I'm gonna go, oh, by the way, I guess I'll mention the brushes as I go. I use pretty much all of the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brushes, and this is the JH32 brush that I just used. I'm just gonna go in with orange soda just as a transition color, literally just to start. Now the look I'm doing isn't overly hard or like complicated. Like if I could do my eyes literally in like 10 minutes and be fine, but it's just so nice, and I think it suits how my eyes look very well. Now I have not uncommon eyes, so I guess it would suit pretty much anyone who did the look. I'm so sorry for how bright it is behind me at the moment. I'm like trying, so I have all my lights like right on me and it's still so bright. Maybe 8 o'clock isn't the best time to film. Oh sorry, I wrote myself a schedule today. So I've decided this weekend is the weekend I'm getting back into content creating. Instagram, YouTube, vlogging, content like photos and stuff. And I thought getting up at this time would be perfect. The sun's technically still rising, so it might not have been the best time lighting wise because I look pretty dark at the moment, but I can probably try and fix that in editing. I'm going to go in with JH40, so it's just this very small brush. I'm going to use burnt orange and just pretty much go in the crease to just deepen that up a bit and start creating a line. So kind of what we're doing is kind of like a cut crease, but a very soft, kind of blown out cut crease. So nothing too harsh with like a wing, very sultry. All right, so what I'm going to do with the brush at the ends, I'm going to kind of flick it out because I want there to be a wing. I don't want it to be so doe-eyed, so I'm going to go ahead and flick that out. All right, so the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to get Rustic, so it's just the darker brown down here on the JH39. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go from about halfway out of my lash line and create a darker line. Now that's been done on the lash line, I'm going to go in with the same color and work that into my crease and also the outer corner of my eyes. Just using that little black brush before the JH40. I'm going to take such a little bit of it and just start kind of going into my crease, bringing it in here. Love this look so much. What I love about this look, it leaves your lid space open for so much work. So if you wanted to put a shimmer on it, you can. Generally, most of the time I don't, because I prefer like a matte look on the eyes and like really glowy skin. That way it doesn't it balances it out instead of having shimmery eyes, glowy skin, or like really, really highlighted skin. I feel like it's really nice. I learned, so if you didn't know, I'm actually getting married in a year, 11 months if you're counting now. And so I went and got a makeup trial. That is a completely different story. Whatever, I've moved on. And let me show you the makeup look that I want. This is the makeup look I want for my wedding. It is honestly so beautiful, and that's what I kind of try and recreate now when I go out, because I think it's so nice. Now obviously I don't go as heavy as that photo is, just because it's not my wedding day. But that is like the aim of what I try and do when I do my makeup for going out now. I think it's just such a beautiful look. And when I went and got my trial, that's what I had done. And I freaking loved the makeup so much. The makeup artists, they're really good. It's just, we had some issues. But I loved the makeup they did for my face. It was perfect. It was amazing. I really wish I could have had them, but we all digress. I am now using one of Melissa Sassine's girls, and Melissa Sassine's makeup is just beyond perfection anyway, so I know I'm in good hands. Pretty much all I'm going to do in like the crease, I'm going to do the cut, I'm going to do the concealer part, and then I'm going to go in with actually doing the wings. I don't like using a lot of product when cutting my crease, just because I don't want it to be like just harder to spread. So I'm just going to set where I put that concealer on my eyes. When I have a line like this, I like to make sure it's actually pretty smoky. I like the smoky look. So I'm just going to go in with the JH43 brush. It's just this little smoker, smudgy kind of brush. I'm going to go back in with Rustic and kind of just smoke that line out. Because yeah, I really like the look of a smoked out lash line when it comes to this look. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with my little ColourPop brush and start winging it out. So that's pretty much it for the wings and everything like that, and the eyes actually, apart from lashes. That's actually pretty much it. And what I like to do is just grab the 40 brush again and just kind of smoke that wing out a bit. Not like a lot, just a tiny bit to kind of match up with everything. Okay, now I'm going to move on to face. Right, so for primer, the primer that I've been loving hands down lately is the Revlon Prime Plus. This is mattifying and pore reducing. I have oily skin, so I will always, especially on a night out, go in with a mattifying primer. Just because I don't know how long I'm going to have the makeup on, I don't know how long I'm going to be out for. So I just want to make sure my skin is set. A primer that I really want to try is the Milk Makeup, which we've only just, say within the last month or so, gotten in Australia now. We can finally get it, so I will be getting my hands on that soon. The foundation that I've been loving lately, this and the Anastasia, this is Anastasia, this and the NARS foundation. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in 120W. So I always go in with a kabuki brush first. So this is the JH03 brush. So I just like to go in with that and kind of just deposit it all on my face. Lately, I've been noticing a lot of people have been using their brushes to blend in everything, but I just can't get on that bandwagon. I'm happy I left that and went to the beauty blender. Actually, this is the Morphe sponge that I have, so it's not even a beauty blender, but I'm happy I left that train a long time ago. Wasn't my favorite. I always kind of start with the bottom of my face first, and then I go into using just a tiny bit on my forehead. I don't like to use that much. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with my Morphe sponge and just pat all that in. That's going to take a while, so... Alright, so I have a little Badescu skincare, the Rose Hip Nourishing Oil. So what I like to do is grab the tiniest bit on the back of my hand, get my beauty blender and just kind of bounce it all over. And I'll kind of, especially around my T-zone, it gets really like crusty in my mouth. So I'm just gonna kind of pat all that in and get it looking nice and smooth. And I will do this with my under eyes too, because they're getting old and crusty as well. Okay. Now I'm just going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape. I never actually said the colour since this is in Fair Neutral. Alright, so I'm just going to go blend that in down here. Now for my eyes, I've been trying a new technique out as of late. So this is just a BH Cosmetics like fluffy brush. I've had it for ages. What I like to do is kind of pat that in with the brush. This is what I do before I go in with my beauty blender. I feel like I put a little too much. Just a little. Alright, now that the concealer is done, I'm going to go in with a cream bronzer. So this is the Huda Beauty one, the Tantour one, which I really, really like. I'm just going to go in with a little brush like this that I dropped with very, very little bit. I don't want to use too much. So I'm going above my actual hollows of my cheekbones, and I'm going actually on my cheekbone because I want everything to look lifted. This is the lifted look. I'm going to go in with the LAUREA MERCIER translucent powder. Just gonna blend out all my creasing and go in and set. Now, I'm not baking or anything. I don't bake. I don't feel like it's not necessary for me to. The LAUREA MERCIER isn't my favorite powder for under eyes. My favorite powder actually is the Fenty, the butter one, but I'm out of it, so I don't have that at the moment. But that's what I would prefer to use. I'm just going to get my really big fluffy brush, kind of what's ever in the lid, and just go over the rest of my face. So I don't really set my face that much because I'm going to put powders over it anyway. I'm just going to go and do a little bit of this. So next step is pretty much just like the rest of the face, like bronzer and everything like that. So my trusty Hula that I've had for so long, this is what I use. And I like to go in with the JH05 brush. Exactly where I placed the cream bronzer is where I'll be placing this bronzer. Okay, just to make sure that's all blended out, I go in with my JH02 brush. Just kind of blend it all out properly. Make sure it's all set and good. I don't do a very bronzed face. Not unless it's like, for some reason, unless it's like a daytime, I don't do it. Blush. This is just a ColourPop blush. I don't know what color it's in. It is in Why Hello. So this is, I don't even know if you can get this blush anymore. That's how old and how long I've been using this because I love it so much. But any kind of peachy blush from ColourPop is just the best. It's not even like a peachy, it's kind of just like a neutral pink. Over my nose. I do like a little bit on my forehead. Forehead doesn't have much going on. Alright, so I'm going to use the, actually, these people have gone out of business apparently. Anyway, this is the this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonlight. This is such a good highlighter, it's just perfect. So I'm going to get my JH09. Just going to spray that. I'm going to go over on the tops of my cheekbones. Do you know what? This actually might not be enough highlight for myself. I want more highlight. I'm going to go with the ColourPop Lust Dust in Gnome. I'm just going to go what's in the cap because this is bright. Like, this is the highlighter I use on a night out if I want to, like, everyone to see. So I'm going to actually go put some lashes on, but I'll do that off camera just because it honestly takes me 5 million years to do. So I'll be back in a second. 5 million years later. I just used the ARDELL DEMI Whispes in black. These are like just the most perfect lashes for me. Okay, so I don't normally go in with anything on the lower lash line. I like to keep it bare just because it keeps it very snatched, I feel. I'm going to go with a ColourPop Lippie liner. This is Bound. I like to overline my Cupid's bow the tiniest bit and pretty much just my Cupid's bow. I will always keep it on the actual line of my lip, around the corners, and then go over. Then I'm just going to go in with Bricolé by MAC. This is beautiful, beautiful, like a little pinky color. At this point, I pretty much either leave my hair as it is or I curl it. But because I'm not actually going out, I'm not going to do my hair. So that is the finished look. I really love it. I love having my eyes like this. It makes my eyelids look bigger. And for some reason, I feel like my eyelids aren't that big, but because I've done like the little crease and the cut, I feel like it really emphasizes my actual lid space and it looks like I have more than I do. So that's why I absolutely love doing this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love filming it. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.